Hey, it's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5. Hey, it's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5. Come on inside of the StreamYard room. Yes, it's Deneen Merriweather. I am here leading this conversation about how many conversations have you had with yourself today? Yeah, because we're always paying attention to what is happening in between here, right here. Honor your thoughts is the conversation. Honor your thoughts is the conversation for the month. But the question is, how many conversations have you had with yourself today? My name is Deneen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business by building their courage, confidence, and competence so they can accept, believe, and commit to what it is God has called them to do. Okay, so now it's all about how many conversations have you had today? Remember, this month is all about honoring your thoughts. We kicked it off on Wednesday just to kind of give you background of where we were going, where I was going to lead you. But let's think about it. Like today, when I tapped into all the things that I wrote down yesterday that I wanted to get done today, my mom was playing some ghetto mind tricks. It's a Jedi ghetto mind tricks, right? Like every time I would approach a particular item on the list, my mind started to talk me out of doing it right then, or waiting for a couple of minutes, or you got time, it's early in the day, chill out, won't you look out at the window, have some coffee, make yourself breakfast, work, like they giving me other things to do. So I want you to kind of just think back today of the things that you have accomplished and how many conversations did you have with yourself. She said, ditto, right? I mean, it kind of happens, LaShawn. I'm telling you. I was just like, yeah, I need to make the phone call. I need to call this person. I need to call the IRS. That's the real life, no talk. Still didn't do it today, right? I need to reach out to the doctor to see what's going on with my daughter's knee. I need to call my daughter's orthodontist. I need to, right? It was just all these different things that was on the list, but I found myself giving myself more time like I had the whole day. And look, let me tell you, by the time I called the doctor for her knee, guess where they was at? Gone for the weekend. They left at 3. So here's what I want to help you with, because I know that this is a common struggle for all of us, is to get things done, stay focused, make things happen. And it's all based on these conversations that we're having with ourselves that we think that may not be important, you said close, absolutely, close for the weekend, done. They have left the building. Okay. And the next time that they'll be in is on Monday. But guess where I'm going to be? Hollywood, Florida. I ain't going to be here. But don't worry about it. I'm going to be calling so I can figure out what's going on with the images that my daughter had with her niece. So there's 3 things that I want you to kind of get to manage these thoughts, to honor your thoughts, to watch the conversations that's happening, because it's still in time. Put it in the chat. The conversations, they're still in time. The conversation you're having with yourself, they're stealing your time, right? They're robbing you of the accomplishments, the things that you want to see in your life, the goals that you have, and you got to make sure you keep them in check. You got to honor what's going on, but you got to make sure that there are thoughts that's helping you move forward and not holding you back, okay? So honor your thoughts. Here's the first thing that I want you to do. The first thing that I want you to get into the habit of doing is writing down your action items the night before. Put it in the chat. And I know that some people are against a things to do list, but it's helpful that you set your goal and your focus on something so you can move your goals forward, accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in the day before the day slips away, right? Accomplish what you want in the day before the day slips away. And writing them down will help give you focus. Oh, this was just so good. So here is the saying, right? I think I had mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, that powerful people ask powerful questions, and questions give you focus, right? And I'm not sure what the rest of it is, but I'm sure there's more to it. But questions give you focus. So if there's things that you want to accomplish in your life, right, you're normally asking how, who, where, when, right? All of those are powerful questions that help give you focus to get you to where you're trying to go. But you need to really just write all the items down the night before, because it's going to give you focus and it's going to give you direction. Here's another thing that I've discovered in reference to taking action on the action items that I have either on my board, because I have a whiteboard that I use. I also have a notebook that I use. I tend to it tends to take me longer to do certain action items than I expected, right? So I may say reach out to Jeremy, right? But when I reach out to Jeremy, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get Jeremy right away. Maybe too with that Jeremy will reach back out to me and say, hey, I'm not available right now. I'm in Paris, because that's where he is, and to call me back, right? Or let's set up an appointment for another time. So that means talking to Jeremy ain't happened. So Jeremy don't come off the list. Jeremy is still on the list, and it's still a thing to do, because I need to follow up to make sure that I see this all the way through until it happens, right? Because sometimes we think one touch point, and I do this too, right? We think the touch point, well, I reached out to them. They told me they was going to call me back. They didn't call me back, right? And then it falls off your radar screen. But here is where what you need to do is to put the next action to continue that action the next day. So once I reach out to Jeremy, he says, hey, I'm in Paris, I'm not available. Then the next action item for that project is to send him a calendar invite, or a way for him to get on my calendar, a link. Hey, here's my calendar. Schedule an appointment with me so I can talk to you. You understand? You get that? Right? So same thing. I want you to get into the habit of seeing the thing all the way through. If it's on, and that's not a point, it's still the action items on your list, but just make sure you see it all the way through. And you can write it in the chat, right? See it all the way through. It's super important. See things all the way through. If you have not gotten the result yet, you're not done, right? We talked about this during the Bible class, and I want to say thank you for those of you who have completed the survey. Thank you so much for your insights and helpful feedback. It is already amazing. So thank you. I appreciate you. And it's another class coming near you. I think our next class will be on May 26th. Yep, we know it's Memorial Day weekend, but some people ain't going to be doing too much on a Sunday evening, and we'll be able to chit chat, right? So just mark your calendars. It will be a conversation, and it'll be overcoming fear. All right. So number two, you need an accountability partner, someone that can hold you accountable. So this is always a great opportunity for me to distinguish between accountability and support. They're not the same thing. So accountability is someone that's going to hold your feet to the fire for what it is that you said that you wanted to make happen in your life. So when you call them, right, and I think you should touch base with them twice a day, right? However you set it up and arrange it. It could be via text. It could be a quick phone call. Stay focused. Don't be chit-chatting, because you ain't got time to be chit-chatting, because that's how you lose time. This is how you lose time. But you want to make sure that you're actually giving them your top, whatever, maybe it's 5 actions that you want to take today. And you tell them what it is. And then at the end of the day, you report to them about the 5 actions being complete, or where it is, or what's the next step to get the 5 actions complete, right? It could be 5, it could be 10, whatever capacity that you have, make it happen. So accountability holds you to the fire. They make you be responsible for the things that you said that you're going to do. And it ain't no off the hook or it's okay, right? We're getting to restoring integrity, right? So, okay. So because you didn't get this, that, and the third done, I'm sure integrity is out 150%, because you didn't honor your word. You put your word out there that you was going to do something and you didn't do it. So remember, every decision that you make has a consequence, benefits, and impact. So when you don't do something that you are supposed to do, you are impacting someone, you are getting some form of benefits, because chilling is a benefit, right? But the consequence is that your list is getting longer and you haven't accomplished and moved your project forward. Do you get that? All right. So support are the people that will listen to you not honoring your word, listen to you not doing what you said that you was going to do, and they'll tell you that it's okay, try again tomorrow. But they don't make you restore integrity. They don't make you clean up everything that you messed up by not taking your actions. They let you off the hook. And see, the more you get that honoring your thoughts and your words and your actions are super important, and the impact that it have on other people, you'll stop being flippant with your words. You'll stop not honoring the things that you're saying to yourself and to other people, because it means something. And I talked about this years ago. Like when you continue to let yourself down and you become disappointed and you don't believe that you're able to follow through and take an action and getting results, you're building distrust with yourself. And when you build distrust with yourself, guess what happens? You tend to not trust other people. And that creates barriers for the relationships that you want to have. Okay, back to number 3. Back. So you know the difference now between accountability and support. We don't want supporters with this. We want accountability when it comes to honoring your thoughts, because your thoughts bring forth things. Okay? Now I'm just saying. Last one. Last thing. Don't be denied. And what do I mean, don't be denied? So because your brain, very, very smart specimen it is programmed. Remember, put it in the chat. I'm programmed. Your mind is programmed based on experience, belief systems, people of authority, all the things. You need to get that you're programmed. And when you get that you're programmed, you're going to get that these conversations that you're having, they're not real, but they're real. Like they're not really you, but it's a protective mechanism to prevent you from feeling any type of emotion that causes you discomfort. And that could be fear, that could be rejection, that could be disappointment, that could be upset and breakdown, that could be not wanting to hear what you believe that you would hear if you move forward and had the conversation. Because here's the thing, conversations are what make things happen. Put that in the chat. Conversations make things happen. And you got to get, in order for you to get anything done, you will have conversations. And your conversations will be either effective or ineffective based on the results that you're going after. And so often we're moving in this world, you have not even tapped in before you have a conversation of what it is that you want to create and what type of results that you want. Like, so you'll get on the phone with your friends and your girlfriends and your family, and you haven't even decided what is the end game. Is it to gossip? Is it to encourage and to uplift? Is it to inform them of something? Is it to support them? Is it to hold them accountable to some things that they said that they would do for you that they haven't done for you, right? Like you got to get super clear on how you're moving. It makes life so much more enjoyable when you are clear on why you're doing the things that you're doing. Because just living this life, winging it, put it in the chat, don't wing life. Don't wing life. It could be very disappointing. You'll wake up one day wondering how you get here and why you stayed here so long. When you're winging, don't wing life, right? But don't be denied. So don't allow the thoughts in your head to prevent you from taking the action. Remember how I started off and I told you how there were some things today that I wanted to get done, but I allowed myself to say, oh, you got time. You can call them in a minute, have a cup of coffee, make you some breakfast. Aren't you hungry? Grab some nuts. Okay. Like all those things. And then when I finally sat down to call, which was like at 3:30 something, the office was closed at 3 on a Friday. Like I wouldn't have known that, right? That's not something I knew in advance. I know now, but it just serves me right from putting off something that I could have done earlier to later on in the afternoon, only to find out I can't have the conversation now because they're enjoying the weekend, which is what I was trying to do before the weekend came. Does that make sense? So don't be denied. Don't allow the conversation in your head to prevent you from taking the actions that you know you need to take today. Just when you hear it, let it pass through, let it go through, honor it. Hey, I hear what you're saying. I know I got time. Thank God. Right? But I'm going to make that phone call now. I'm going to have that conversation now. I'm going to do whatever action that I need to take. I need to do it now. Don't allow the conversations in your head, the conversation that you have with yourself today, to make you not obtain your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, the things that you wrote down on that piece of paper. Make sure you are honoring the thoughts that's happening. Yes, nod your head to it, see it, because if you're not honoring, mind your thoughts. Hey, Dr. Roz, what's with it? Do it now. That's right. That's right. Do it now. Hey, Dr. Roz. So listen, don't wait. Don't put off what you could do today for tomorrow, right? Make sure that whatever it is that you set forth, you wrote down on that piece of paper, you're taking the action, the necessary actions that you need to. Look, so my ask for you today is to share this video, invite people to this community, invite people to this page. Look, coaching sessions are always available. If you need assistance with moving things forward, go to www.DeniseMerriweather.com. Book a session today. Let's go ahead and get these results that we want in our life and stop allowing life to happen to us instead of us making life exactly what we want it to be. Always looking forward to serving you. Quick recap. First thing is to write things down the day before. The second one is to get an accountability partner. Talk to them twice a day. And number 3, do not be denied, because your mind is going to be telling you things that's going to work against what it is that you want to see in your life. And it's all right. It's not really you. It's just stuff for you, to protect you. But don't allow that protection to keep you from your dreams, your aspirations, and your goals. Hey, it's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at